Are you ready for the Big Bad Evil Guy podcast?
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
This week, the agents grow even closer to uncovering the truth behind the fiendish plot at the zoo.
Did Remy say specifically that Rusty kind of went into the rage after eating his food and drinking his water?
Yeah.
How very interesting. This conclusion I've arrived to multiple weeks after the fact.
This is an interesting fact that you're bringing up.
How will they proceed? What superhuman powers of brawn and intellect will they utilize to overcome these odds?
He just punches somebody in the face and he goes out cold and he's like, abracadabra, motherfucker.
How much of their blatant screwing around will make the final cut? Find out now.
I think you should cut that out.
Hey there, everybody. Dave doing the opening this week. I just want to welcome you to episode 9 of the BBEG. Thank you so much for listening to this program. It really does mean a lot to me and the rest of the fellas. We're really having fun doing this, but it's exciting to think that somebody out there on the other side is listening and laughing along just as hard as we are. I don't know if anybody's actually listening to this in real time, but we did take a small hiatus there, what with the holidays and me getting COVID-19. Sorry about that. I really wanted to keep this as a never miss a week kind of show and that kind of operation, but what with the whole me almost dying thing, I just couldn't find the time. I can be kind of selfish like that sometimes. No, I'm just kidding. No. We are now full steam ahead. Currently, we have both episode 10 and 11 recorded, and this is obviously episode 9. We're still moving forward, so everything's looking great. Personally, my goal with this at first was just to get one episode, everybody together recording, see if we could even get it out there. The next goal was to get 5. We got that, and then my next goal beyond that was to get 10. And I mean, it looks like that's right in our sights. So it's exciting, you know. It's great reaching these little milestones that we're setting. And I mean, before long we'll have 20, and we'll just keep moving. So awesome. And I hope people are listening to this, like I said, and just enjoying it, because it is just as fun for me and the rest of the guys to make these things as it is to listen. And I'm hoping people are enjoying them like us. So thank you so much. I will tell you this too, on this one, the chatter on the front end of this episode runs a little long. We all hadn't been together, had to kind of get reacquainted, but bear with it though, it does get good. If you haven't already, please take a minute to like, subscribe, and or comment on all of our videos and podcasts on all of the various podcast streaming apps, YouTube, Facebook, BBEG podcast at gmail.com. Please, all those things, any of that stuff can help us get our analytics up and get the show out there to more viewers. And also giving us a 5-star rating does help us too. So thank you for that. But without further ado, this is episode 9, Menagerie de Tois, or cut that out.
IPAs, and I was a snob for a while, and now I'm on the wine game. So
how's the wine game treating? I got briefly into wine earlier this year and made lots of lovely shitty cheese boards to go with my wine. It was like, oh, look at this, I am culture, and instead I'm just fucking fat.
Charcuterie is the best though.
I am culture.
Well, my wife is Christina. She's the one that got me into the wines.
Oh, Christina's your wife.
My wife.
Yeah, my wife.
Okay, weird.
Not your wife, my wife.
My wife.
Things make sense now.
Yeah, she's the one that got me into wine. But I started off with sweets and then worked my way up to semi-dries.
I think most people are like that. There's a guy at a place I used to work, and he was like the beer wine specialist guy. Trevor, good guy,
Sounds horrible.
He gave me this whole speech about how you start off with like Coors Light and like the light beers and all that, and then you go up to like the craft beer and the darks and the lagers and all that, and then eventually everybody comes back to the Coors Lights and stuff. And I'm like, so basically, I'm at the end of that. That's I'm not a big craft beer person or whatever.
You could just be like me and be cultured and refined.
Wait, whoa. You don't like craft beers?
I don't not like them, but I don't seek them out
What is wrong with you?
a lot.
You know what?
The surprising thing in the
Admit,
world that JP is into them by the
That is probably not the main thing that's wrong with me, but yeah, that's definitely one of them.
Go ahead.
Wait.
Top 10.
Top 10 things I don't like.
I'm gonna go
about
say
Dave.
goodnight to my kids.
Fuck that. Number one.
Wow.
He says goodnight to his kids.
He's
Fuck
adorable.
Go sleep somewhere else. You dang kid.
Go tuck yourselves in. Read yourselves a
Go
bedtime
pay for
story.
a hotel room, you freaking kid.
Go not even a hotel. Go to a motel, hotel, Holiday Inn.
Say what?
I said hotel, motel, Holiday Inn.
We don't have to do this bit anymore.
What sort of knowledge can you bestow on us from your time in COVID? Did you
Class
learn anything?
perspective.
So you had COVID?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, do you fucking read?
No, I
Can
didn't
you?
read. All I read was that he was sick. I didn't know he had COVID.
Yeah, he said it's official, boys. I've got COVID.
Oh well, must have missed that part. It shows you how much I pay attention to the thread.
We love you, JP.
I know. So you had a mild case.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. I mean, really bad head cold. I just felt like crap the whole time, and then like really congested, and like I had to stay in my computer room the whole time, so I was away from my wife and kids, and like for
Oh no.
yeah, it sucked. I mean, we did Christmas morning, and I like had a mask on. They had masks on, and like I'm all the way against the side of the living room because I'm like, we put this thing together. I'm gonna watch them open their gifts, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Just fucking cellophaned up.
And we made like a pastry and stuff.
Did she slide it like under the door like they do in jail to your little room?
Okay, hey, I'm here.
Hello.
And then I
How are
said,
you, sir?
how could I be gay? I'm straight. Ha 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 ha.
Do you want to share with everyone about how everybody thinks you're gay all the time?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just the weirdest thing.
His wife started that.
Well, no, she didn't start that. That literally
He's
has
the
been
lady's wife.
for the longest. Well, she first thought I was gay when she first saw me. Yes, this is correct. But like from like I don't know, it's the craziest thing. Like for some reason, certain guys just are like they're straight guys, but then they all act all gay around me. I'm like, what the heck? What's going on? I just bring out the gay in people.
I'll say this too. The first time I met JP, my dad happened to be in town, and so I go and I met him at a comic book store. It was a long thing, but a couple other guys, and he's like, "Who's got that sweet white Challenger?" And my dad's kind of a car guy. JP was too, and I was like, "Oh, the little guy." He's like, "Oh, the gay guy?" And I'm like, "I don't think he's gay, Dad."
Nope.
Actually, he's married with 3 children.
It's all a cover.
They're adopted, and she used to be a man.
Wow.
John,
What?
how you doing? How you been?
Exhausted. Christmas was fun, but I'm glad it's over.
Yeah.
They getting you guys any help down at work?
No, we actually lost a lead supervisor.
Oh, does that leave position for you?
I'm not going to be captain of a sinking ship. No way.
You're like the guy on the Titanic.
Nobody-
It's like, I have a
they're
child.
gonna
Let me
just-
off.
I have a child.
Yeah, exactly. This is my kid.
Let me.
Are you Billy Zane?
Did anybody see that movie? What was that movie that Billy Zane was in? He was like a superhero. He had these skull rings.
Oh,
The Phantom?
the Phantom.
Is that what it was called? The Phantom?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
He's in
Nobody
No,
saw
like-
that, though.
Oh,
Like in the beginning of the beginning of the movie, the guy is in his office, like the bad guy's office, and he puts his eyes into the telescope.
oh yeah.
And then he
It's
flips the
microscope,
thing
but
and the
yeah.
razor blades come out. Yeah, microscope. Yeah.
Oh yeah. He was like, it's not in focus. Well, turn the knob, turn in focus. Ah! I've always been afraid of that. Like I saw that,
Yeah.
and as a kid, I always kept my glasses on as I went down, just so that if there were blades, it would hit the glasses before it got into my eyes.
No, what if you
Mark.
put your eyes to the microscope and you come back and somebody put black on there, so now you got like retina?
That has happened too in college.
That's even
That'd be
worse.
even worse.
It's even worse than having your eyes gouged out.
Or the blades just hit the glasses and shatter them into shards that go into your eyes.
Well, I actually would do it.
It's like 1d4 piercing
Yeah,
damage. I mean, come
I
on.
can survive that.
Fort DC 20
No, additional.
or blindness for life.
But I honestly
JP's not making any fortitude saves. Let's face it.
Wow.
Yeah, let's be real. He's
That
more of a reflex kind of guy.
that lung alone is like -4 to fortitude saves.
Oh, that's
Hey,
right.
it's been a while since it's collapsed.
It's just waiting.
Did they have to blow you back up like in Three Kings?
No, it automatically reinflates. It just takes time.
Like a soda can.
All right, John. What's the factoid of the week from the Discovery Channel about mammals and reproduction and all that?
Oh hell, I don't remember. Let's look up gross facts about kangaroos.
The tapir has a penis that is opposable.
Oh yeah.
Often you will find these majestic creatures in their natural habitat scratching their own back with their very member in which they use to dispose of liquid waste.
Kangaroos cannot move backwards. There you go.
Everyone knew that.
It's not as extensive as the one previously.
Did you ever see Dane Cook when he's doing the crocodile hunter guy? His whole impression of the crocodile hunter?
Yeah.
I haven't thought about Dane Cook since like 2005.
He's dating like a teenager, I believe.
Culture has
Lord.
succeeded. If you have not thought about things, good.
Yeah, no. That's not a big loss. But probably
His problem was that he had the same joke, and he would just keep doing the same joke over and over again, just a slight variation, so it never changed.
In his defense, he went from obscurity to very, very famous without a whole lot of time to do a whole lot of material. A lot of famous comedians that you see, your Dave Chappelle's, your Robin Williams, rest in peace, and all these people, they've got like 25 years worth of living.
Yeah.
And they've just been writing stuff for so long. You know, they got a big old book of personal jokes they can tell. Dane Cook had like 2 years.
That is true.
I saw Eddie Murphy was talking about getting back on stage, which to me would just be epic. Like, I grew up watching Raw and the other one.
But you gotta have dirty Eddie Murphy. You can't be having Dr. Doolittle Murphy up there.
Yeah, we're not doing any Haunted Mansion stuff. I want like the doo-doo in the bathtub.
Doo-doo in the bathtub. Doo-doo.
So good. The freaking red leather outfit. He's got to bring all that back.
Isn't he
What was
moving
the other one?
around?
It was Raw, and what was his first?
Walker now?
Sorry, I got to look at this now. And then he had the whole thing on Raw when it showed him as a kid, and I think Samuel Jackson was in the flashback, and Tatiana Ali.
I'm pretty sure you're missing a lot of people, a lot of the audience, younger audience.
You know,
Yeah.
they need to go back and look it
A
up.
younger member here.
Delirious. Eddie Murphy, Delirious. So you guys are going to tell me you've never seen Eddie Murphy, Delirious or Raw?
I have, but I'm old.
I probably have. I mean, I know when you say Eddie Murphy in like red jumpsuit, a specific image comes to my mind, but I don't know any of his material or anything.
Oh, Lord.
What?
Like all the people nowadays that are hip to whatever's going on are probably listening to what's the guy's name? Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
I don't think he's hip.
He's the cool guy now.
I think he's distinctly not the cool guy.
Who is the cool guy?
I don't fucking know. I'm not cool.
Well, it could be Kevin Hart then. You don't know.
He's not cool, but he knows Kevin Hart's not cool.
No, that's the thing. Whenever it's reached my apex of like, oh boy.
All right, so one other thing real quick I was just going to mention. I was at the comic book shop today, and I saw that they're having Infinity Con in Tallahassee in June. Just for shits and giggles, I emailed the guy that's running it for information. And I was just like, hey, I got this podcast. We're looking for ways to market. You know, do you have any information? So, I don't know. We'll see if anything.
Let's see if you actually get an email back or a cease and desist order.
Yeah. Please stop.
I sent him a link, so he'll be like, yeah, you
Never contact me again.
too many 4-letter words. So,
What is Infinity Con?
What?
Oh, yeah, they had it in 2019, and they obviously didn't have it this year because of COVID. But, you know, like the Civic Center, if you've been in there, the whole thing's filled with booths and comic books and gear, and there's games, and like Nintendo had a whole van like set up where you could play. They had like 10 different TVs people were playing on, and there's people cosplaying, and there's food.
I remember when this...
It's a big comic convention.
Yeah, I remember when the very first year they started. It was in the convention center, and then the next year they moved it to the fairground. And then, and then it was there for like 2 years, and then it completely stopped because it just wasn't good anymore.
It's been rough.
Yeah,
they really are trying, but Tallahassee just is a struggling scene, and COVID's not going to help.
No, let's be real. We're not Jacksonville. We're not Tampa.
Exactly.
We're not Miami.
We're not Orlando.
We're not Branson, Missouri. Like, come on.
Do they have one in Jacksonville? Is it good over there?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Well, like
I think the big draw is they'll get like famous people at some of these, so you could like, come and meet Mark Hamill.
Well, yeah, that's like
come and meet the BBEG podcast.
Yeah. Oh yeah. From when I saw David Tennant at Dragon Con, that line was insane. It went around the hotel in Atlanta, like it was crazy. But
got pictures with him and stuff.
Yeah. That was my birthday present from Christina. So like just to wait in line just to see the guy, and then you're all the way in the back, and you're like, I can't see him, but I know he's there.
It kind of looks like David Tennant. We could make that accusation.
Set up like a fake booth.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Pictures with Austin.
Smudge the camera up a little bit.
No, David Tennant.
This is David Tennant's stunt double.
No, we'll just dress up as the Mandalorian. Yeah, this is totally Pedro Pascal.
Oh, I could totally do that, even though I'm losing my hair.
This is after he got his eyes gouged out by the
Yeah, he lost all his hair.
Oh, you guys don't know that reference because you guys are losers and don't watch Game of Thrones.
Oh, wow, yeah, you just ruined it for everyone.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
What's been like?
Yeah, it is actually a big. It's like season 7 when that happens. This is way into the show.
No, I just never watch any HBO. You asshole.
Good. Are we gonna play this game?
Yeah.
I think we typically bullshit this long. I just don't
move on from actors.
You guys wonder why don't you record or do this?
No, it's awesome to record this. This is awesome. I like it. I like the banter.
Well, we haven't played in about 2 weeks
bootlicking.
Holidays, and I wanted to kind of meet back up with everybody.
I would like to unmeet, if that's okay.
Oh, you could never.
Can I bottle this and throw it in the trash?
Just put it in a deodorant stick and use it tomorrow morning under your arm.
Yeah. Ooh.
I love the people I work with too much.
Last we left our heroes, you guys had fought the hyenas, fought off the viper. You had gone and met Remy. Yeah. You met Remy, and he checked out the animals. You talked to him. He gave you a little bit of information. And then you guys made your way down to these carts at the bottom of the screen, southeast. And you were kind of starting to go through those. One thing I did notice was the action economy. We kind of stumbled on that a little bit last time. So I thought maybe if we could just touch on that real quick. Just how moves. Joe, can you kind of explain what the action economy in Pathfinder is?
Yeah, so Pathfinder is, honestly, it's pretty, a lot of people played 5e, and I think in a lot of ways Pathfinder is pretty similar to that. So typically your turns are going to be dictated and composed of one standard move, which is kind of a tricky thing because it's kind of a universal move. Because that standard move can also function as a move action, which just cut all that shit out. From the top, there is a standard move, a move action, and a swift action. In addition to that, there are free actions, which, as they sound, are free, and you have an infinite amount, as many as your DM and fellow table denizens would allow. Things like, making a knowledge check, things like saying something. So if you wanted to do a knowledge engineer, knowledge arcana, knowledge engineering, knowledge nature, knowledge planes, knowledge nobility, knowledge nature on the little kobold, you're more than welcome to, and then still get your standard move action.
I like how he named all the knowledges except the appropriate one.
Well, to be fair, I was doing it from the dome, so I'm just glad I got as many as I did.
Knowledge local.
Yeah, that's the most important one.
Well, fuck knowledge local. I'm a fucking worldly denizen. But with that one standard, that one move, and that one swift action, you kind of are like once you've done your one move, that's a bad example. Once you've done your one standard action, that's your standard action. However, that standard action can again be used as a move action. And John, you probably know more about this. Can the standard action be used as a swift action as well?
Maybe at DM discretion. The short answer is that you get one swift action in addition to other things.
It'd be a very niche set of circumstance wherein that would ever be a thing that you would want to do, I think.
Depending on what what you're doing. There may be feats and other things that'll turn certain standard actions into swift actions, like reloading a gun. As you get better, you can like use different ammunition, and instead of being a swift, now it's a free action and stuff like that.
Right, and I should say there's also one more that's a pretty big one, but also a pretty obvious one, which is a full round action.
Those are the best.
Things like reloading a two-handed firearm, unless you've got quick clear and alchemical cartridges, which is never going to be touched by most Pathfinder games.
Swinging your axe like 5 times in a row.
Yeah, exactly. Multi attacks. I think a power attack, or maybe it's some of the advanced combat maneuvers and combat feats are also full round actions. Basically anything that's like, okay, this is really good, but this is all you can do this turn.
And it kind of limits you. That's why at a point, and we've discussed it at our table, I know me and John have gone back and forth about this, about like in certain combats, literally everybody gets to a square and that's where they are for the next 6 to 7 rounds, because you're like, well, I don't want to move, because if I move, then I can't do my full round attack or whatever. And then like our last session, I think it was Micah he was like, well, I could have a potion, but then it's going to change. And it's like, well, if you can sacrifice for 1 turn and get the benefit of that potion or that move or whatever that is, it's like, strategically you're going to be better, but it's always that like, but I still want to take my attack.
I feel great frustration there.
Yeah. One of my favorite things is when I DM to make players engage with that is just to cheat my fucking pants off and just say, okay, well, yeah, either the monster's going to move away from you, and either it doesn't provoke attack opportunities through some creepy magic, or he provokes and you hit him. Oh man, yeah, that was a lot of damage. I'm not even gonna write that down. That was just a good thing. Okay. Anyway, reposition.
Do any of your players listen to this podcast? Because if they do, now they know you're.
Nobody listens to this podcast.
Yeah, nobody listens. I don't even listen to this.
I actually stopped listening. I didn't hear the last 2 episodes.
Perfect.
It's not because I didn't want to.
Sales pitch.
It wasn't that I didn't want to. It's just I was traveling, so.
Yeah, we're just coming out of.
Podcasts never work when traveling.
I think you should take the soundbite of Joe saying, "Oh, just cut that part out," like at the beginning of his little monologue about talking about the thing, and put that at the end of every one of our podcasts.
Oh, just cut that out.
Yeah, or at least after everything I say, because
just cut that,
and then maybe actually cut it out.
You should pick one of us and put that at the end of every single one. Like every time I speak, just put him saying, "I think you should cut."
I think you should cut that out. Oh man,
I think you should cut that out.
Oh well. Just as a callback too, if you do listen to Session 8, you'll see that every time you guys use magic, I put in special effects, and I made sure that JP's is like gay.
Wait, what?
Joe's is like, whoa. It's like this cool.
When you say gay, does every time awesome I do something, it just says gay?
Yeah.
I want to get the Homer Simpson burp.
Go.
Do some magic. We'll give him a use magic device, and then it can just have the.
Like I just bludgeon a criminal into unconsciousness with like a magic wand, a magic missile or something.
Just multi-class.
Give me like let's make it really ironic. Give me like a wand of restoration that I have to beat a criminal unconscious with.
Well, it's funny that you say that because
he just punches.
Right, guys, so
he just punches somebody in the face, and he goes out cold, and he's like, "Abracadabra, motherfucker!"
Abracadabra, B. Okay, you guys all in roll 20?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
More than you'll ever know.
I'm just going to go ahead and do the exposition again so you guys kind of remember where we were. An unusually large set of double doors leads to this wooden wagon. Inside, a low, oversized metal operating table takes up most of the center of the windowless space. Cabinets, assorted surgical implements, and a few high bookshelves with slim leather-bound volumes line 3 of the walls. A fold-down bunk occupies the west wall over a large trunk. The whole place is spotlessly clean and reeks of strong spirits. And when we had stopped, you had just opened the door. You hadn't actually entered this veterinarian's wagon yet.
Spirits like alcohol?
Yeah, it smells just like, so you get that aroma. You know when you open up a bottle of like hydrogen peroxide and it just kind of hits you? It's that.
Hydrogen peroxide doesn't smell.
I think hydrogen peroxide is non-alcohol.
Yeah, it's alcohol.
Really do appreciate the sentiment, though.
Yeah. So yeah, you mean isopropyl alcohol?
Yeah.
Cut that out.
Cut that out.
Hey, I'm JP and I'm a chemist, and I sound like.
Hey, I got COVID. I can't smell anything. Right?
Yeah, quit making fun of the man and his disease.
This is my new disability, 2021.
You missed the entire thing. Apparently, I killed David earlier.
Aw, rest in peace.
Well, no, the whole thing where I insulted you somehow. At least that's what Joe said.
Oh, did you insult me?
Yeah, remember he insulted you and said some bad stuff?
Oh, yeah, because he asked if your wife was, like, slotting the dinner underneath the door.
Yeah.
While you were isolated with COVID.
I could only have pancakes. It sucked.
We tried everything.
You make some good pancakes, though. So.
No butter, no syrup.
She just poured the syrup through the crack in the door.
he licked on the crack as the syrup came through.
So there's these double doors.
And Barrett was leading the way pretty much at the end there.
Yeah.
Let's kick those doors open.
Wait, whoa.
Bam!
Let's slowly.
Cops, get on the ground.
Everybody come in with your guns out.
Micah, the door was already open. You just kicked a window.
That's fine. The station will pay for it.
Your leg is bleeding really bad.
That's okay. The station will pay for it.
This is kind of like a gypsy caravan. You can tell with the bed being in here, she probably lives here and then she does her business here. It's just, really compact. And it's one of those places where there's like storage everywhere, there's little shelves and stuff. This is her little world.
What do you mean her business? She's a gypsy where she steals things.
Oh wow!
You winced a little when he's like, "It's a gypsy," for those goddamn thieving gypsies.
You knew where this was going.
Hey, cut all that out, by the way.
This is really gonna hurt our European numbers.
This is gonna hurt our gypsy viewership.
Yeah, we just lost all of our non-Romanian, or I meant to say none. Cut that out.
Every time you guys say cut that out, I'm like, standing.
No.
Cut that out.
Yeah,
Never gonna get that colorful scarf endorsement now.
Just standing there looking inside.
Yeah, just open the door and look inside. What's in here?
Well, it is already.
I just explained that.
Oh,
well, he's a halfling. You can't see.
I can't see it, man.
You gotta explain it again. We cut all that out. You gotta explain it again.
Let's find out what these spirits are real quick.
Oh, because he wants to drink them.
What kind of spirits are we talking about?
I mean, it's literally like isopropyl alcohol.
Oh,
you remember like old school Listerine?
Yeah,
we call that gypsy gin where I'm from.
Yeah, don't drink it. You're gonna go blind.
Do you do a little sleight of hand?
I'm trying to see if it's real alcohol or not.
Yeah, you see a couple things. She's got the cupboards are full of items that she uses to treat all the creatures. There's like magic stuff in here, and there's so I mean, she's got little scalpels and all that kind of crap. But yeah, there's a couple bottles of stuff if you want to take it.
Go in there.
I'll grab a quick swig.
Give me a fortitude save.
Oh, I'm good at those.
What was I going to say? Looks like some of the animals came in here. Oh no, look, it's missing a scalpel. Oh no, and I leave.
Add one scalpel with fine cutting quality.
I got an 18.
18? Alright, you're okay. It tastes like hell, but...
It's his middle name. Zyrus is going to step in and I want to see if there's anything on these cupboards, or rather in these cupboards and in this array of medicine that seems like it might be a little out of place for what I might expect for the veterinarians. Quarters, if that makes sense. Something that's like, well, why would you have poison?
She's a gypsy. That's what they do.
Go ahead and give me a perception. John, you're going to get a +2 morale bonus to your physical stats for 1 hour.
Wow.
He's good.
He's to get a drink. Cut that out.
I got a 12 on my perception check, so...
Just cut that out.
Well, so, I mean...
Yeah, actually, cut that out.
You're not seeing anything.
I got a 14.
Cut it all out.
Check.
what you do see, 3 potions of cure light wounds. They're labeled. There's a salve of anti-paralysis, a vial of lesser antidote, and a vial of lesser anti-plague.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, that anti-plague is a good one.
How many lesser healing potions did you say? 3, 2, 1? Oh god.
Don't.
Yeah, cracking open a cold one with the boy. Ow! Power Keystone Light chugging these wheels along this track. We can bust through any ice mountain.
What the heck was that?
That was incredible. I want to hear more of that character.
Yeah.
Sorry, ladies. Zagreus has been replaced by Macho Long Dick, and he's here to party with this Keystone Light.
So, like, what's that wrestler who, looking... Ooh,
Steve Austin.
I mean, I can do anything you want, brother. If you want me to snap you in half and get a big old Keystone Light poured right down your throat, I swear to Christ.
So does everybody see the gear that I put into the Roll20 chat?
Indeed.
I am writing it down now.
What gear?
Don't worry about it. Beautiful.
And I mean, beyond that, you just see her books. I mean, what was that, Austin?
Oh, he said he just said, "Don't worry about that, beautiful." And then I narrated that he slowly caressed his lips with his index finger.
Yeah,
Ooh.
normal stuff.
Oh,
It's getting good.
Cut that out.
Put that out.
okay. So there's nothing else in here.
Just her books, and I mean her personal stuff. If you want to go through her panty drawer and stuff.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Evidently, Mr. Knight likes that.
Real quick, and actually cut this out. What was the what did fucking Shrimp Dick tell us they did
Remy?
before they ran off? Yeah, Remy.
What did he tell you?
As far as what caused the animals to become hyperbolic.
Okay, so this is what Remy told you. He said that he was feeding, he was doing his rounds, he was feeding the animals. He had given them all water, and then he was going around giving them all food. And all of a sudden, Rusty just kind of got like crazy, you know, just like reared up on him and attacked him. And then using his, I guess his strength, whatever, he forced his way out of the door. So typically he wouldn't be able to get out of that because Rusty's cage is made of wood, which you would know, Zag, from visiting. But he rushed out, and then from what Remy could see, you know, him using his metal antenna stuff with the rusting, he was freeing everything else. And then he pretty much saw that the hyenas got loose, and then he went and hid in that supply shed and took the double dose of Xanax, and that's why he was all freaked out. He also told you that he knows that some of the other zoo people are barricaded inside of this this building directly to your north. And that's all he knows, because he kind of was like fighting for his life at that point.
Dave, I don't think you can call gypsies zoo people.
What's more? Yeah,
Hey, cut that out, will you?
got all that.
Did Remy say specifically that Rusty kind of went into the rage after eating his food and drinking his water?
Yeah.
How very interesting. This conclusion I've arrived to multiple weeks after the fact.
This is an interesting fact that you're bringing up.
Well then.
And for the listeners, this is only moments later.
Yeah, as they're binge watching as they're driving to where they're going on holiday for New Year's.
Well, no, JP just said can't do podcasts and travel. It doesn't work. Have laser focus on the road.
Yeah, especially when it's snowing. Ugh, that was horrible.
Creep.
Driving in the snow is it ain't no joke.
All right, I'm with
No
So,
joke.
Chad, are you moving up to check out the room here?
That's what
Yeah.
that's,
Yeah,
what it,
let's-
that's what it looks like.
I'm gonna go and pound on the door real hard.
Let's kick in these doors.
And we should all make animal
All right.
sounds. That way they think that we're like animals trying to bust in.
So, are you just trying to like bang on it? Are you trying to open? What do you?
I'll announce my. Well, they're barricaded in, so hopefully it's not gonna open that easily. I'll just bang on the door and announce myself as Absalom Police.
Edgewatch, bitches, get on the ground.
While they're doing that, Zach's gonna like walk around the corners. Does it look like there's any other alternative methods of entrance other than literally kicking the front door in?
The only other thing here, as we discussed, this is a windowless room here. So there are doors up to the north of that, but nothing on that side. It's like, I don't know. These are supposedly temporary, but they're like really good temporary buildings.
They're temporary,
so to the north.
but they're good temporary.
It sounds like an oxymoron.
Yeah,
You
it's
sound
not made
like
out of bamboo, but it's also not like brick. But no, there's no other entry to this.
This is
Straight
pretty good.
space
Bamboo's
between-
pretty good building material. I think you mean maybe like balsa wood or something.
I think maybe you need to step off of bamboo.
Look, you're not even here. You're over there by the other little side cart thing, looking for an alternate entrance or something to this windowless room.
Wow,
Some
you guys are
nerd
really
door.
passionate about your bamboo.
You hear a voice kind of muffled from inside. Sounds female. She's like,
I mean,
"Who's there?
Well,
Who's there?
it's not a talking gorilla. Let us in.
I'm
Edgewatch
Is it
police.
safe? Is it safe outside?
I'm gonna
Are they what?
define safe.
We're in here with wounded.
I'm gonna
We
look
have a
around
wounded
real
in
quick
here.
and make sure we don't have any hyenas sneaking up on us.
Okay. And you hear inside she's kind of like moving stuff. Give me a strength check, John.
I'm frankly offended you didn't ask me.
I've got some strength.
Zagreus. He's all shoulders.
All two of them. 17.
So you're able to open up the doors.
Okay.
Working with this girl, I'm going to go ahead and open this room. So the voice was coming from this halfling person here, and you kind of see moving in.
Nice fucking halfies.
It's very, very warm in this room as you guys are walking in. That's the first thing you notice.
That it is.
Very warm.
Jungle exhibit.
Yeah, it actually is. You see the walls are covered with like
Jungle stuff.
So they use like repeating ghost sound spells to recreate the sounds of jungles, roaring lions.
No, they just have speakers. What do you think?
just
They're
speakers and
savages?
electricity. My bad.
Yeah. Come on.
I don't know how zoo people work.
It's fucking
You mean
Absalom,
gypsies?
not Hawaii.
It's really simple. Yeah, they play music, they steal things, they set up camps that are mobile.
They place curses too, so I'd watch
just
them out.
real quick, Austin. Were you wronged by gypsies at some point, like in real life? It seems like you've got a lot of emotion on this.
Yeah, I love gypsies. I was righted by. I am a gypsy.
I personally have no problem with gypsies. I'm saying.
Wasn't
No, the worst part is Pathfinder plays hardcore into the whole like quote unquote gypsy archetype with the Varisians, the Varisians.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, these strange caravan folk that are untrustworthy.
Our wizard in another campaign is Varisian, so he's like slightly a roguish. He's good. Okay, this small room is stiflingly warm thanks to a large stove in the northeast corner.
Like a skull.
Yep, double doors leading out to the north and west have been barricaded with heavy pieces of wood stripped from a climbing structure shaped like a jungle tree. To the east, bars of a large cage with back walls painted to resemble a jungle scene have been rusted through. To the south, several small glass cases contain snakes that hiss and lunge ineffectually at the glass. So the girl in front of you, the young halfling, she introduced herself as Raisa, and she kind of points in the back. She's like, "That's Telemand, and we've got a man down here. Any of you? Do you know any medicine?"
Nope.
Stag is gonna look around expectorantly. That's probably not the word. Cut that. At any of these party members, I'm not a very wise one. I'm
not very wise either.
more intelligent. How bad do they look? Actually, can I get that off a perception check, or am I going to need a heal to determine if they're fucked or just kind of bad?
I mean, I can tell you what you see. I can't tell you exactly what that. Or you move into the room.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think we all move into the room.
I'm gonna kind of fucking keep my distance from the snakes because Zag, like myself, ain't too fond of those little dudes.
So I know what to get you for Christmas.
So yeah, you see this guy laying on the ground, and it looks like his legs have just been shredded,
Oh, that's not good.
just like blood. And they've kind of done like makeshift tourniquets and stuff. This guy, Telemand, is like, "Are you the police? You police officers? Please help this man. He was
right,
here.
we're gonna arrest
I'm trying
you."
to help this man. You need to arrest Knight." And kind of the same thing as Remy. He just goes into the, "I can't believe that man would run off to mess around with the vet. And we know it. Why would they leave? They've been gone. Ugh, none of this would end. And he goes down and he's just trying to like rip up his cape and like do more tourniquets, but you see it's kind of bleeding through and stuff on the guy.
Can I have lay on hands. Can I use that on him to try and help him out?
Absolutely.
All right, yeah, let me do that.
Insert non-gay magic sound.
Wiener, wiener, wiener. Cool one.
Floppity flop flop.
I'm going to heal this man for 4.
Penetrative noises.
And as the magic comes around, you see his wounds just start to close up, and the blood and stuff's still there. And she gets down, and she's kind of like holding his head in her hands, and you see his eyes open up a little bit. Good job.
You did your good deed for the day.
That should hold him for now till we can get him to a real healer.
Way to go, Paladin.
If that even is your name.
If that is your name.
Paladino. If that even is who you are.
What happened to this man? Was this Rusty?
He kind of opens up his eyes. This is the guy on the ground, and he's just like, the damn it, I can't think of the name. This fucking Guinness has got me.
Owlbear.
The jackals.
The name, Albert. Hyenas?
Yeah, the hyenas. I'm sorry. Cut that out.
Jackals. I was like,
What gang is infiltrated here?
Where did this happen?
Elfin rock and tumbled street gang with switchblades and jazz cigarettes.
You guys outside smoking darts?
I think Zag should try to organize the street gangs of Absalom.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
think it'd go over really well.
Yeah.
We'll do that as a side quest.
Perfect. They're all going to be really mundane, but they don't pay their taxes, and ooh, that just hurts so.
They'll all have one level in Bard, though, so they're going to be really good dancers. It's gonna be
Absolutely.
Well, no.
a whole lot of...
I'll be the coordinator.
It's going to turn into the Newsies, that Disney movie from 1994.
Hey, Christian
Like
Bale. What's up?
Newsies.
Newsies.
I think
What
every
the
girl I know... Yeah, girl, not me. Really like that movie.
I like that movie.
Anyways, yeah, the guy's like, the hyenas, they rushed me and my son, and I was able to push my son out of the way, and they just focused on me, and thank God these people came and pulled me out and barricaded us in here. But Jesus. And he's looking, he starts realizing,
Jesus?
like, yeah, I don't know what the Pathfinder equivalent of Jesus would be. But he starts looking around, and he looks at this guy, the Telemund, and he's like, where's my son? Where is he?
Who is your son?
Zach is going to show him a picture of Remy. Is this your son?
Yeah.
How'd you get a
Remy,
picture of Remy?
no.
I have a camera.
No, my son's
Show him a
name is
picture of
Jerov.
of the dead.
He's 7 years old,
Oh,
and he looks at Micah. He
you, my
kind
son.
of reaches into his clothing, and he puts something in your hand, Micah. He's like, please,
Oh.
find my son. Find my son, please.
Okay,
He's
I'm-
only 7 years
Yeah.
old.
I take whatever he's got.
It's a
and I
new
look at my
pouch.
hand and whatever he just give me.
You got a
Yeah.
new pouch.
Finally, my pouch. You son of a
My
bitch.
son's pouch. Please, if you find him, you must give this to him.
Oh, yeah, we'll get right on that, Gramps. Anyway.
So it's
what
like
do you
17 gold. But he's just like, promise me.
Um,
Promise me you'll find my son.
Never make promises.
Bring him
can't
back
keep.
to me.
I said, I'm gonna put my other hand on top of his hand that's in my hand, Inception, and I'm gonna give it back to him, and I'm gonna say, "I'll find your son. I don't need your keep your gold."
I'm going to write him a ticket for bribery.
That'll work.
I'll have the citation on him. You better heal up because you're in court on Monday, bitch.
And those barristers are real dogs, I say.
The young girl's like, where's Remy? Have you seen Remy?
Oh yes,
He
it's
looks pretty
outside.
banged up.
Yeah, the last place we saw him was over in that trailer on the northwest
southwest.
corner of the zoo.
It's higher than a kite.
Raisa kind of like puts her hand through her hair, and she's, thank God he's okay. I mean, he's been holding this place together for the last week. If he hadn't been here, it'd be even worse. I knew it was only a matter of time till something happened. Mr. Knight is
Didn't we
gone.
think it was Remy? Didn't we think it was Remy's fault that all this shit happened because he was like
No,
drinking booze?
he
or doing
did that
drugs or something?
afterwards because of everything going crazy.
Yeah, he panicked. I'm just fucking,
Yeah, he
look.
panicked when everything.
Shout out to heroin. No, totally normal. That's fine.
When a terrible
Great.
catastrophe happens and you find some horse Xanax and just hide in the corner.
That's the best way to go.
When things go When things go bad, shoot up heroin.
I mean, that's my MO.
Keep it.
She's like, this place is Remy's life. If anybody is trying his best to keep it together, it's Remy.
So who can we arrest?
We're gonna have to arrest the guys.
Arrest them all.
Arrest them all.
You hold them all for questioning, of course.
Boy, these bracelets are just itching for some wrists. So Remy, he really cares about this place. Tell me, has he been running it since, unofficially since before Mr. Knight left?
She's like, sort of. He's basically his right-hand man, so he handles a lot of the day-to-day, aspects. I mean, bringing in the new animals, and then he runs all of the feed, and we all go to him for advice, and he trained me to do my job.
But does he have the proper paperwork to run this zoo?
Since Knight left, he's been in charge.
And Raisa,
I don't even know what was that, Zach?
Raisa, what is it that you do?
So, when they have shows at zoos?
Yeah.
And the person gets up and, talks?
Yeah.
That's, her main job.
Okay. So she's the talker.
So she, leads the tours. Yeah, she, runs the ticket booth.
She's a gypsy.
Yeah. You could probably see from this guy's outfit, he looks like one of the concession workers.
Yeah, he fits
He's got,
the bill.
an apron on. Fits the bill. He's got that hat on.
We all know.
She's got, a little loudspeaker horn that, the there's nothing to it, but it's just a little plastic that comes there. It's like a carved wood in Pathfinder. Yeah, and you just talk to it so it makes your voice louder.
Yeah, just
and being a halfling, that helps. Yeah.
Will you put an effect on your voice just for that line? And so you're like, and then you talk to it and makes your voice louder.
Mm-hmm.
Some really lovely reverb there.
Cut totally work. Cut that.
Raisa, you mentioned that, and Zag is helping further bandage this man's wounds. So even though most of them have healed, I like to think he's still trying to help him set right. Raisa, you mentioned that Remy runs the feed. Is he the only one that prepares the food, or is he just the one that distributes it?
So you're in there helping.
Yeah, if you know what I mean.
Anyway, let's move the narrative forward.
I'm going to start peeking into whatever this room is here while they're talking.
Now, that door is also barricaded, so you can do a strength check to open that one.
Come on, I'm going to make that strength check.
And you're peeking?
Huh? He's going to peek it with pecan pie.
Okay.
Ignore what the dice say.
Look, I'm going to make that fucking strength check. Roll the 2.
You snitch.
Sorry. I rolled a low number. They're now not tabletopping.
Got a 5 total.
5 total? Barrett, you want to show them how it's done?
Let's do this.
Yeah, show me how to lift this chair tucked underneath the knob.
Let's do this. I'm not gonna lie, I got a 19 plus 2.
You fucking liar.
I'm not lying. I'll take a picture of it, damn it.
All right, so we'll just say Chad loosened it.
Well,
yeah.
What we'll say is that Chad grabbed me and battering rammed me into the door.
I'll use chair breaker on the halfling.
That's how teams do. All right, so you're just sneakily taking a little, a gentleman's peek.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Under the dress.
See a long hallway, and just kind of fluttering around inside, you just see this little butter, a little beetle looking thing. Just kind of,
now,
not doing that. But,
Dave, I don't mean to spoil what's going on, but that did just grow in size by a considerable margin.
Yes. That was a mess up.
Oh, gross.
But yeah.
Do bugs.
That got kind of crazy.
Whoop, just did it again.
Oh, dang it. Whoops. Oh, I have one in the middle of combat.
Just spray down upon you.
Oh, just became giant. I've been experimenting with Roll20 with the Alt feature, and you can size things down and up with Alt. So just to make it look a little bit more applicable. But yeah, that's what you see. You see this large hall with this little beetle thing just floating around.
I'll close the door. Not real big on bugs.
You pansy.
Same.
Somebody get a bugman on the phone.
Who's got the exterminator? Got a knick-knack paddywhack.
So,
I'll
Race,
I'll open the door and go walk over here.
Okay.
I'll sneak slowly.
Just a
you're gonna sneak? Give me a stealth check. Oh, let's see if this thing. Are you sneaking?
Yeah. No, well, I'm not like sneaking. Like I'm slowly. I'm being cautious. Let's just say that. But my stealth is 21.
Okay, so it doesn't see you.
Wait, what?
You're kind of like going in and out of the cages here.
Yeah, going through.
All right, so you see
no,
all around you.
I run the other way.
Everywhere there's like these circles that are broken. You can kind of see where the rust has gone through and eaten up all that metal. All right, I'm gonna have to see what that guy does.
Wait, is that a killer bunny?
Well, gonna have to see
knowledge. Arcana.
Arcana. What the hell? Do I even have that?
Knowledge Arcana.
I do have that.
I would really be able to help you out with this, but I'm too fascinated in finding a mystery.
19.
19. So you can actually identify this as an Almirage. It's a magical beast.
Wait, which one?
This is the thing that looks like a rabbit. You see I just put a rabbit, but he's got a magical horn on top.
Is this a jackalope?
No, it's an Almirage.
No, it's an Almirage. What are you talking
about? Way different. Non-copyright and intrusive.
So it's just pretty much a dangerous magical beast with this magical horn that it could attack you with. And roll initiative.
Wait, are you serious?
And we're going to go ahead and end it there.